Hi, my name is Sarah Attwells, and my husband and I founded this small market gardening farm about 11 years ago. And then we are growing few vegetables, but plus we are very focused on the garlic, growing garlic. I'm a big fan of the garlic and then have a passion of the garlic. So in here, as you see, we have about 13 different varieties of garlics, but it's not in here, but it's spreading here, there, and then other side as well. As you see, the garlic grows at the straight high, which is not much of a room to spread covered. So it's because the problem with the growing garlic is weed management. To do that, as we are organic grower, we can use any straw to cover to suppress the weed down or hold moisture. But in these days, it's very difficult to get organic straw. So we came with our solution was cut the grass and just collect those grass clippings and putting on top of the garlic in here, this is like about this thickness. And then as you see, there is not much of the weed. Of course, these are exposed, but and then holes, like these days have a lot of wind in here, but it holds moisture. So I think this is a great solution. It's time consuming. So my husband does all the jobs. What is between middle of May to middle of June, he cut grass and he collect. And then put in here is very tedious, time consuming work, but I recommend this is good reward. And also after garlic is harvest, you can put into the ground and then putting to more, adding for the clay soil water improvement. So this is another way I recommend it. If you're not doing hundreds of acres, it's impossible, but if you're doing maybe 1 acre size of the garlic patch, this is a good recommendation. And another tips of the growing healthy garlic in your property without much of a damage of the disease, that's another fact. For if you plant this garlic in same spot for 3 days, you guarantee get the nematode disease. And then how I found this, instead of putting the garlic, I purchased organic garlic and then planted that garlic that year. And the next year, the stakes growing, but I collected own seed. And this is the first year. I put the seed down last fall, and this is the first year. And then in the fall, I am going to harvest the whole thing out, and you'll see tiny little bulbs. Then this year, I put whole thing in here, which is when you can see more than one. So you can see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stems in here, which is, this was the first year and the second year. Then, second year after harvest, I'm going to divide into 3. I'm going to divide all small pieces. And the third years, I planted, then it's the individual garlic. Then you can get the big size of a garlic, which is very healthy. And doing this ways, you can make a garlic becoming native in your soil. So they are very strong for diseases and bugs. And then I've been doing this, is very good so far. So this is another way recommendable. It's time consuming, but it's only 3 years. It's worth to try. So I recommend this for everybody. And here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stakes on the ground. And each stakes indicate a different variety, which is in here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 varieties in here. And on the other side we have more. What I did, P was a French pink. And then here is a K for the Korean. This is for example. But and I have the record books as meticulously recorded sometime year after planted, when time comes to harvest, sometimes I forget what did I put it in here. So this is a very good to do, and everybody has their own way to record so they know what they put into the ground. First garlic steak of the year, which is this is the will become, if we don't pull this out, it'll be ended up the seed. And that's the seed I collected and I replanted. But when season comes, you have to remove this garlic sticks, which is otherwise all energy goes in here for produce a seed, and size of a bulb won't be big. So that's the good reason to pull the stick out. And also this has very good taste. So you can barbecue, you can make pickles. It's quite nice. In the last week, I showed about how to cover the weed by collecting grass clippings. And today is I'm going to pull some garlic skips out, which is, look at this in the center of the plant, is long sticks coming out. Which this part is for the seed. So if you, best way to pull this out, or hard neck, you break it. Soft neck, garlic, you pull them out. But this is a music variety, which is hard neck. So I'm going to break it down. The reason we're doing this is, if we don't, all the energy goes in the getting seed, which is that we are looking for the bulbs underneath, not the seed. So we have to pull it out. And also this is edible as well, which is cut about this length, and then you can grill on the barbecue or oil on the fry pan, and salt and pepper is great, so delicious. And some people make pasta with that. And then I am a Korean, so which is we do a lot of pickled garlic skips. You try, believe it or not, it is so nice. And this morning I started 5:30. It's June 21st is probably the longest daylight of the year, but I feel like the hottest day of the year. So I started 5:30 in the morning and watering vegetable garden, and I pulled out about 60 pounds of these skips, and that this is about half of my chore to do. And then weather got so hot, I didn't expect to pull out this soon. Probably I was thinking maybe next week, but it doesn't look like it have to wait. It doesn't like I can do next week. So I decided to rush today, and then by today and tomorrow I have to complete, otherwise they'll just getting so tough to chew or cook it. So this is how I'm doing. Just pull the center, just break it. If it's tender enough, I pull it out. So which is, you can see the more tender the green part, but this is a hard neck variety. Chances of more breaking is better than pull out. Sometimes you have to be careful. When you pull out, it's just whole plant is coming out. So best safest way is hard neck variety, just cut it like that.